All right, how's it going, guys? So I'm here for another reading, and I've kind of moved some things around. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with how I want the layout for my readings. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dig in with the secret language of animals, um, and let's see. Let's just kind of go from there. All right. All right. There is one thing I wanted to mention today about lighting this candle, this incense. It seems like there was difficulty in keeping lit, but it was within that difficulty I found that the way it burned reminded me of the sun and the sun's unknown struggles in keeping its ability to stay lit, whatever that means, right? Um, I found it quite interesting because it had such a blue aura to like the wick. And even though it was struggling, it still had a very strong essence of beauty there. And there's something in regards to, you know, finding someone to relit, kind of relighting your spirit, you know, finding again that burst of energy. But when I first lit it, it was actually quite powerful and large, and that same energy is there. What I had to do was really just move the wax underneath it around, and the flame grew like twice as big. So there's something in regards to possibly changing your perspective on what it is that you're struggling with. Um, and that might be something that could be quite a massive shift for you, but something you may have difficulty doing. All right, let's see what card popped out. We got the crayfish, which represents protection, perseverance, vulnerability, and regeneration. I definitely get that regenerative feeling when I was thinking of that candle. Like it was almost like losing its life in a way, and it wasn't exactly showing its full potential. And I swear, once I moved that wax a little bit around to the side, it was doing just fine. I mean, it was like there wasn't even a problem to begin with. Like, so I'm not really sure, what it is you're going through, but let's kind of look through the book. The number is eight, so eight is another representative of infinity. So for you guys that do numerology out there, or if you're just curious about it, just look up the number. I'm pretty sure you get something pretty great. All right, so I'll just go ahead and read what the message says here. When crayfish crawls into your world, he calls you to consider your current life structures. The gift of structure provides safety and stability as we move and grow in the world. There are times when certainty and firm support are needed to harvest the strength for your steps on the path. But crayfish comes to remind you that yours is also a path of transformation and becoming. Within this journey, there will be times when you need to break free from the current form in order to expand into a higher way. This does not mean rejecting or abandoning your current circumstance, but rather, as crayfish does each time it sheds, then eats its shell to harvest the lessons and gifts of what has been in order to evolve and grow into a form that will fully honor and support who you are now becoming. So I'm feeling a shift and change. It's almost like you're devouring your old self to really remove all this either negativity. I mentioned this in a video before. There's a movement of removing negativity from your life. You're seeing the cracks in who you want to be and who you were before and who you are now. You're really kind of restructuring yourself. All right, continuing from where we left off. I swear, there's things out there that don't want y'all to hear this message, but we gonna go through it, all right? Sometimes when we feel boxed in by our circumstance, our first response is to contract, pull away, push back, or defend. What would happen if instead of contracting, you expanded your vision to take in a much bigger picture? What would happen if instead of pulling away to avoid conflict with another, you stepped in closer with the commitment to working together? What would happen if instead of pushing back or defending your point of view, you opened yourself to truly see the world through the other person's eyes, seeking a solution that honors both and all? When we think we need to be more realistic, sometimes we really need is to be more inspired. That's what I was thinking of that candle. Something is going to come in and inspire you. Crayfish calls you to expand your perception of the possible rather than shrinking to fit the current form. That's what I felt like that the flame was doing. It was shrinking itself to satisfy whatever it needed to be, so that way it could still stay lit without it being fully lit. I don't know how I was doing that, but it was. Challenge yourself to see beyond what you or others may have thought possible yesterday and create a whole new form of expression that honors your greatest gifts and who you truly came here to be. That's what I always say. You may feel called to spend time in quiet solitude in order to cultivate your inner strength and allow your new self to integrate. Know that this is normal. In fact, it is an essential part of your journey. Know too that within your vulnerability there is great power. When it comes to share your when it comes time to share yourself with others, do so authentically from your heart, and you will open the path to see levels of connection and depth of expression together. To see new levels of expression and depth and connection. All right. Harvesting the lessons of all that has been, honoring the gifts of all that is, I expand my way of seeing, being, and doing in the world for the good of all. All right. So yeah, kind of going off of that is, yeah, you're definitely growing here. It's not a comfortable growth. It's kind of honestly a little gross. Um, but hey, we do what we need to do to get it done, because you meant to be something bigger than what it is that you're making yourself out to be. Either you're making yourself out to be small for some reason, for somebody, for you, for someone else, for whatever trauma that you have been going through. It's like it's kind of resurfing itself, showing itself, and you recognizing it, and you kind of being like, all right, I'm gonna be the red-eyed little dude here. I don't know if that's even its size, but whatever. And I'm gonna sense my way through it, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna crawl out of this thing. I'm gonna have to, break out of whatever it is that I'm surfacing, or whatever's resurfacing. You're gonna break it, all right? Kind of a dark message there. All right, so what we have here with Kuan Yin, we got emotions. Look at that. There are a lot of emotions resurfacing, as I expressed earlier. This also, you got the moon right here. Something is definitely reflecting some sort of emotion you used to have. You're reflecting on your emotions, possibly even. You may even start seeing things that are around you that are very repetitive here. We have the repetitive eights here. Like I said, infinity, ripples effect. This could even be cause and effect. All right. You are awash with unexpressed emotions. Say exactly what you feel. It is safe for you to speak your truth. Some of you guys are gonna be out there to speak on some truth. You may be writing it down at first. You may have experienced something that other people may not even be aware that you have experienced. You may not even have ever opened up yourself to the fullness of what you experienced here. And it's important for you to do this. It's within your calling to come out of this, to go through this transformative stage. It's within your calling not to just leap to the other side, but to gradually grow into this fuller version of yourself by showing these unexpressed emotions, to yourself first, to I don't know, flowers, plants, whatever you feel more comfortable showing it to first. And you may not even have to say anything. It's just feeling. That's usually the first step, is understanding what you're feeling. But first you have to open yourself open to that, to that feeling. Open yourself to that feeling, to that emotion. and it can be very overwhelming. So you may feel overwhelmed at this point, but know that there's a great purpose and a great reason for this to happen. A lot of you guys may be wanting to manifest something, or to create a better ideal of yourself, but it's like causing you to see something that you haven't seen before. All right, let's pull out another one of these from the Spirit Oracle. I'm just getting a lot of oppression here. All right, Flame of Love. All right, I can't show this card, but I'll show the back. Allow the infinite power of love within you to radiate unconditionally in all directions, yet stand tall in your sense of self, in your own truth. A lot about your personal truth here. The healing power of love will help you burn. You know, we're getting that candle again, being reintegrated here in the reading. Through all illusion, and you will discover new possibilities. This is a powerful time of transformation and ideas and creativity. So, you know, explore your creative side, whatever it is that is to you. You know, if it calls you to be creative in whatever form, if that's the way you talk, if that's the way you I don't know, you paint, you draw. I mean, shit, anything can be creative. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it's literally the way you observe people, that's creative enough. If it's the way you explain your passionate topic, if it's the way you explain how you feel to yourself, you know, allow yourself to go through those through those uncharted waters, shall I say? All right. A lot of I mean, I don't know, like there's a whole layer of self you haven't even either expressed or touched yet, because it may be difficult to. All right. We have the portal and maturity with this card coming up here. You know, this is what spiritual maturity is turning into. This is the road to it. This is the way you create yourself to get to that expansive viewpoint. This is the way to do it. It's by uncovering those truths about yourself first, about integrating that truth within your being, that you may follow soon this flame of love that you're trying to manifest. But it must first be reinstilled inside of you. It cannot be from something on the outside. It cannot be. Can the outside come and feed you and inspire you to do so? Yes, that is a thing. But it is not the thing that is going to continuously keep you lit. You know, it's an inspiration. All right. Romans 8:38, 8:39. For I am persecuted that neither death nor life, nor principalities, nor angels, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate the love of El Shaddai, which Yahweh ben Yahweh, our Lord and Savior. You know, I'm going to let that speak for itself. If you feel like you're speaking on something here that a lot of people may disagree with or may not even believe you, I mean, shoot, you believe you. You know, I'm not saying to go and talk to everybody and let everybody know if you feel like they're not going to accept it. But at the same time, look, grace and mercy, you're going to be honored with grace and mercy. It's the same path that Jesus has walked. You know, and there was for some, I'm sure there were prices to pay for some that were mocking him. Right? There were prices to pay for those people because they weren't realizing what really he was doing. They didn't realize where he had crawled, where he was crawling into, who he truly was. They didn't see that, and that's the thing. When you start going through this transformative process to get to that flame of, people are only going to see the end. They're not going to see the fact that you had to go through all this unexpressed emotion. They're not going to see that. So if you're worried about the vision of the future, you know, don't be, because that's not even something that people may even perceive you feel that you struggle enough to go through. It's really gonna be like that. All right. I'm getting like a very powerful healing too. Wow, you're if you're covered, you're covered. Whatever whatever, thing that had happened to you, whatever, you're covered from something. This is like a protection here. Whatever love that you feel like you wishing for, you want, is protected here. But it's protected in the sense that you growing into it. You growing into this maturity to understand in the ways that it is protected, because right now you don't have the maturity yet to really understand this level of warfare. I'm hearing this level of warfare that has been upon you to keep you in this shell, to prevent you from recognizing and honoring yourself to this extent, honoring the fact that yourself is dead, right? Honoring that fact that is dead, is gone. But people want to either keep you there, or there's a mindset that you feel like you got to stay there. But that's not, you're being shown the path is to express what you feel like is necessary, and then to let go of it, to experience it, to not always wallow in this waters here, that these waters will come to a calming state once again, because that there is love that is within inside of you here, that is able to be matured, and that is able to manifest, that you can grip, that you can sense too what it is that you're going to be gripping, that you can sense it coming, because this is a very intuitive card as well. And of course, and that is protected. All right, let's closing messages. 2 cards. What the? Problem accepted, access denied. You see, somebody here think it's a problem for you to do this, and right now your your guides and your ancestors, they telling you to. It's time. It is time for somebody to get cut off. You're gonna be witnessing some sort of problem happen, and you're gonna start saying, like, you know what, this may be the time where it's time for me to really end something, to really dead something, because that old version of me is no longer being satisfied with where I want to go. It's not following that call. All right, we have a fire again, candle coming up, an exit, a dream, a present. This talks about being in the present moment. The fire is, always present in its exact awareness of where it is. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. An Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may be leaving. You may be an Aries, Leo, Sag. This could just be an indication that you may be getting a sign in one of your dreams to leave something behind. You may be learning to interpret something. There's a powerful present moment that you're going to experience within that moment, and it's going to just make you realize, like, wow, it is time to end. It's time to go to that next level, because what you want is the exit that gets you to your dreams. You want to really bring a renewal energy here. Okay, to find this flame of love, to find that, to get to that. And sometimes you just gotta burst that thing to blaze and start anew, because whatever was there ain't, you can't keep all of it. You gotta burn at least some of it down. All right, but from what I see good news. I see change. See, I feel like somebody, you don't realize, somebody pays no attention to you, or like you feel maybe like nobody pays attention to you. You may even feel a little lonely here. You may feel like, yeah, like you always the last straw on something, or something is the last straw. I feel like a very depressive energy here. But I'm telling you right now, what you thinking, it's not written. What you thinking, it's not written. That's not the complete story here. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing this right here. You really not in this holy place, but I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. This is the transformation. You're going to breathe a sigh of relief here. You're going to be in the movement after this. There's a movement here made for you to go toward. But right now, you're not ready. Right now, as you are, you're not in that alpha state right here is what I'm saying. There's a state of mind here that is almost like blocked. I see a blockage of it here. But when you get there, I'm telling you, you're going to get there. You're going to breathe a sigh of relief and you're going to move forward. John 4:11, the woman replied, but sir, you don't have a bucket and this well is deep. So where do you find this water? Where do you find it? It's in this unexpressed emotions here. When it's fully expressed, when you're fully authentic, where do you find that? You find that in the depthness of what you have experienced and being able to find the calm within inside of that. Yeah, some of you guys are just, struggling with their survival mindset, struggling with their survival wound. But I'm telling you, this is coming to an end. This wound here, this may be something you focus on. This is what you're going to get through. All right? Final card, closing reading. Here we go. Can I show this card? This card right here. Okay, I'm telling you, some of you guys, you on this road to find this self-acceptance. Can you feel me? Your feminine aspect is awakening. Feel the goddess energy inside you. She seeks acknowledgement and validation. That's that moon right here. This moon. The femininity aspect of it. The unexpressed, the unsaid. She's dying to be heard, man. Your inner femininity is dying to have its not to be acknowledged. She seeks acknowledgement about new energies, insights, and opportunities are emerging. Yes, they are emerging. They most definitely are. Wake up. Some of you guys, you're in this depressive energy. I'm telling you, you're going to be ready to celebrate soon. You're going through it right now. You're going through it right. You in the shadow right now. You in here right now. But up here, it's coming. It's hard. It may be difficult to see because you got all these ripples in the water right now. Your water's crazy. You're going through it. And that's okay. It's okay to go through it. It's okay to express it. But I'm telling you, you're going to come out the other side healed. You're going to come out the other side looking at this part that you may have even abandoned certain parts of yourself. And you're going to understand why. You're going to look at yourself through new eyes. You're going to nurture, too, the stuff that you had left behind. Because what is left behind is still within that soil of you. There's still something there to have been learned. And there's a lot of healing here. A lot of healing, a lot of shedding. All right? So keep on keeping on, guys.